બરોડા મેડિકલ કોલેજમાં છેલ્લા 1982થી અને હું ને સતીશભાઈ લગભગ 11,000 એલ્યુમનાઈ થયા છે. એમાંથી અમે લગભગ 7,000 એલ્યુમનાઈને ઓળખીએ છીએ પર્સનલ. અને આ મારી હમ્બલ એફર્ટ્સ છે કે છેલ્લા 3 મહિનાની અંદર મેં આ હિસ્ટ્રી જાણવાનો પ્રયત્ન કર્યો અને મેં આ એક એફર્ટ્સ કર્યો છે. તો ટુડે I have got more than 150 slides, but I will curtail to half an hour to know something glimpses about our history of BMC and history of Alumni Association. 55 પહેલાં ખાલી વૈદ્ય ને હકીમ હતા, કોઈ ડૉક્ટર નહોતું અને એ વખતે કોઈ જનરલ હોસ્પિટલ પણ નહોતી. 1870માં ફર્સ્ટ ટાઈમ કાઉન્ટેસ ડફરીન હોસ્પિટલ સ્ટાર્ટેડ. ઇટ વોઝ કમિશન ઇન ધ 1870s, કમ્પ્લીટેડ ઇન ધ યર ઓફ 1986. ત્યાર પછી મિડ 80sમાં બીજી હોસ્પિટલ આવી, દેટ ઇઝ કોલ્ડ સયાજીરાવ મિલિટરી હોસ્પિટલ. અને રિયલી ઇન 9th November 1886 લેડી ડફરીન ઇનોગ્રેટેડ કાઉન્ટેસ ડફરીન હોસ્પિટલ with 56 beds, which is from the Countess of Dufferin Fund. Thereafter, there were two major hospitals came in the Baroda, that is Jamnabai Hospital and Syaji Rao Military Hospital in our premises with the Countess of Dufferin Hospital. 1900 થી 1907 ની અંદર new floor was added in this our existing structure of the Dufferin Hospital. ત્યારબાદ new state general hospital came in 1970. Then our college was started laying foundation stone from 1946. And ground floor was completed in May 1949 and inauguration ceremony was performed on 16th June 1949 by Honorable MD Gilder, Health Minister of Bombay State at that time. So this is the previous history of the before when our college started. So there are some progressive evolution from Countess of Dufferin Hospital to Sri Sayaji Rao Hospital, which is 36 acre in our campus. Maharaja Ganapatrao Gaikwad has thought that, and they have created the medical department in 1876. Then pioneering Sayaji Rao Hospital came known as the Countess Dufferin Hospital by Maharaja Seraji Gaikwad III and Diwan T. Madhav Rao. Then it was designed by Major Month in Indo-Saranic style. You can see the 3-4 buildings in Baroda at that time. The Koti Kachari building also was built by at the same time by this Major Month. The founding of the nursing college started in 1896 and that was the today's medical college foundation. Now our college is known as the Sri Sayaji General Hospital, which is now more than 1500 beds. So she is the lady who has inaugurated our hospital and medical colleges. It was called a Countess of Dufferin Hospital. She was a British empress known for her success in role of diplomatic wife and for leading an initiative to improve medical care of women in British India. At that time, from the Countess of Dufferin funds, and it was inaugurated in 9th November. And other hospital also in India and in Pakistan came as a Dufferin Hospital. And this is the foundation stone which is lying in our gynec ward, old gynec ward. So this Dufferin Hospital was located in Karachi, Quetta, Shikarpur, Hyderabad, now in Pakistan, Delhi, Nagpur, Calcutta, as well as in Burmese capital region with Baroda. Now this is a very, very interesting story. In the inauguration of this hospital, Duliram Ratanlal Sharma's Panda was served at the first time in the Barodas at the time of breakfast. And Duliram family was specially called for the Mathura. Surprisingly, Lady Dufferin appreciated this Jammi taste and she called it as sweet chocolate. And from that day onwards, Duliram became the international famous since last 137 years. This is a true story and it was told by one of the historians. So this is our old Dufferin Hospital. These are the all photographs I have collected from the Baroda Chronicle. Now, when our college was started, during excavation, there is also a history. In 11th century, this land was called as a Ankotak Gam. એના પછી એનું નામ અકોટા પડ્યું અને ધેટ વોઝ અ ટેકરી. આપણે જોતા હશો કે બરોડા બધી ટેકરીઓ પર છે, શંકર ટેકરી, અનસુ ટેકરી, જાત જાતની ટેકરી. આ કોઠી કચેરી પણ ટેકરી જ છે. જ્યારે એક્સકેવેશન કરતા હતા ત્યારે આ બે મૂર્તિ નીકળેલી અને એ સમયે જૈન દેરાસરો હતા અહીંયા. એ વખતે આપણા પાટણમાં જૈન રાજાઓની રાજધાની હતી પાટણ અને આખા ગુજરાતની અંદર જૈનોનું રાજ ચાલતું હશે. તો આ મૂર્તિ જે લેફ્ટ સાઈડ પર મહાવીર સ્વામીની છે તે અત્યારે આપણા ડીન કોલેજમાં પડેલી છે અને એ અમે શોધી કાઢી કે આ મૂર્તિનું રહસ્ય શું છે. બીજી બાજુ આ એક બીજી જૈન મૂર્તિ છે તેને એ પણ આપણા ત્યાં મેડિકલ કોલેજમાં પડેલી છે અને આની કિંમત કરોડ્સ ઓફ રૂપીસ છે. આપણી કોલેજ કેમ સ્ટાર્ટ થઈ એના માટે there are so many histories, but the particular history which I found in Baroda Chronicle, in the early 40s there were only 3 medical colleges. That was in Bombay, that is JJ Hospital, Grand Medical College and Topiwala mentioned National Medical College, and 2 medical schools were in the Ahmedabad and Pune, BJ Medical School. And our college was the 6th medical college in Gujarat, at that time Bombay State. So before it came into being, 2 boys from the state of the Baroda went to Grand Medical College. It was that sometimes sarcastically remarked, ask your Maharaja Pratap Rao Gaikwad to open a medical college in his state as there is no vacancy here. And from that concept, our medical college started foundation stone. And Dr. Jivraj Mehta, who was our first chief minister, he taken a very deep interest. So the foundation stone of our medical college was laid down in 1946. Maharaja Pratap Singh got the entire project specially designed and equipped from the England. In fact, entire furniture and medical equipment for each room of the college was specially made and displayed that in batches from England. Even the microscope carried the warranty cards in the Watson and Sons. So the college was inaugurated on 16th of June 1949 in the presence of MDD Gilder. At that time, it was the 15 lakhs rupees of the expense, and today it around 12.5 crore. Baroda Medical College came up because of the MD Gilder, took the personal interest and was persistent in it should start. It was called Muncherji Gilder. Now we can see on when we enter from foyer to our medical college entrance, we will see that foundation stone on the right side. So very rare and landmark our photo of the inauguration of 1946, 16th June. You can see Dr. B.R. Setna, Dr. Daheja, MD Gilder, Dr. A.N.D. Quattros and Mr. D.V. Yagni. He was the first our official clerk. These 2 persons have played a pivotal role in this establishment of medical college, Jivraj Mehta and Dr. A.N.D. Quattros. So this tribute to Dr. Archibald Norman D. Quattros. He was the first principal. At that time it was called principal, not dean or superintendent. He was dean from 9 to 12 at Baroda Medical College and superintendent from 1 to 5 from SSGH. He was civil surgeon at Pune and lieutenant colonel in Indian Army. He has formed the students union who was the first rank from the each classes. He has formed the 5-6 students union, and they were presenting all the problems of the students at that time. So graduating from Grand Medical College, he pursued further studies in England and served as a civil surgeon in Pune. Despite lacking an academic background, his exceptional administrative skill made him an invaluable choice. So this is the best tribute to Dr. Archibald Norman D. Quattros, N.D. Quattros. What Suketu Trivedi writes on N.D. Quattros, he was the impressing us with the charm and authority on the inaugural day. He was very heightened personality. Though not from the medical background, was chosen to lead the brand new medical institution, shaping its foundation and tradition during its formative years. His role extends from transforming the old hospital outdated routines into a modern teaching institution. Despite the absence of prior experience, D. Quattros deeply adeptly managed the bureaucratic machinery, inexperienced faculty and a group of awestruck students. He took an multiple role, even teaching forensic medicine, showcasing his versatile capacity and dedication to the institute. His last message was, always be kind to the poor. A distinguished figure, he passed away in 1970. As we celebrate our college 75 year, let's honor and cherish his memory, recognizes his invaluable contribution to shaping of alma mater. He was the instrumental role to start this college. So Dr. Suketu Trivedi has written an excellent article on this tribute. This is the old photos of our medical college. Now these are the 2 portraits which are lying on the left and right side of our medical college, old building. Now There are two sculptures which are lying on the first floor of our medical college. There are so many stories, but one story which I am thinking it is true, that once Banjara tribal group was wandering in the periphery of the Baroda. એક વણઝારા કપલ કે વણઝારા લોકો આઉટસ્કર્ટ્સમાં ફરતા એવી રીતે ફરતા હતા. એમાં એનો એક પ્રેમાળ છોકરો એક સ્નેક બાઇટ થવાથી લગભગ સિરિયસ થઈ ગયો. તો એ લોકો જૂની ડફરીન હોસ્પિટલમાં લઈને આવ્યા અને એ વખતે આપણા ગ્રુપ ઓફ ધ ડૉક્ટર્સ એને ટ્રીટ કર્યો. એ સ્નેક્સ એમને મરેલો સાપ લઈને આવ્યા હતા. He was very happy with the treatment and he has donated some of the money, whatever the money he has donated. And Banjara leaders show his great attitude for the gratitude of the forcefully offered handsome amount to the doctors as a first donation. And that donation has inspired that building up our hospital. No doubt, the stories may not be sure, but it is told by one of the great historian of the Baroda, whose name is Sulapurkar. I have moved all the Baroda Medical College and all the part of the medical college with him for 2 hours, and I have found so many history from him. So you see the left side there is a female which carries the child on the shoulder, which is totally nude, that child. Then male with the snakes in the hand. So this male is wearing the dhoti. So probably it's a veiled significance. The true significance of this statue remains enigmatic, hidden archives. આ જે સ્ટેચ્યુ છે એની એકચ્યુઅલ હિસ્ટ્રી આપણે કોઈને પાસે જાણવી જરૂરી છે. બટ ધ સિમ્બોલિક સ્ટોન ઇઝ ધેટ કે વુમન કેરિંગ એ ચાઇલ્ડ સિમ્બોલાઇઝ એન્ટ્રેચ ઇન એન્શિયન્ટ કલ્ચર નોન્સી ડબ્ડ એઝ એ વામંગી, હેલ્થ એઝ એ પોઝિટિવ સ્ટેટ એન્ડ જસ્ટ ધ એબસન્સ ઓફ એલિમેન્ટ. અને સેજ ઓફ વિઝડમ, that right side adjacent to her stands a respected sage ઋષિ, that is knowledge of symbolic and holding the snake. સ્નેક આપણા જે એમ્બ્લેમ છે એની અંદર એક એનું મહત્ત્વ છે. આ સ્ટોરી સુકેતુભાઈ ત્રિવેદી આપેલી છે. આપણો બીએમસી લોગો પણ બન્યો છે, એની પાછળ પણ હિસ્ટ્રી છે. ઇવોલ્યુશન ઓફ ધ ડિઝાઇન. ઇનિશિયલી ધ એમ્બ્લેમ boosted એઝ અ સર્કલ વિથ ધ ડિસ્ટિંક્ટિવ ગ્રેનેટ ઇનર માર્જિન એન્ક્લોઝ ઇન ધ સ્ક્વેરમાં હતો. ઓવર ટાઈમ ઇટ ટ્રાન્સફર્ડ ઇન્ટુ સિમ્પલ સર્ક્યુલર ફોર્મ adorned with the inscription Medical College Baroda. Then guiding philosophy. You can see on this emblem there is a Sanskrit vakya છે, નાત્માર્થમ ના અપી કામાર્થ અતભૂત દયા પ્રતિ. That means the doctor who works only with the compassion towards living being, patients without keeping money or any specific desire in mind is the best doctor. So the college emblem stands the testament to creativity, the rich fusion of the symbolic that encapsulates the vivid nature. The symbolic composition is at its heart lies the captivating college. A square platform hosts the central Ashoka pillar flanked by the 3 lions, an emblem synonymous with the Indian government. The pillar itself bears the staff of Asclepius, itself bears the emblematic of the modern medicine, while the flanking elephants pay homage to the Gaikwad of erstwhile Baroda state, acknowledging Maharaja Pratap Singh's pivotal role conceptualizing the erecting the college. Now this symbol, Dr. Suketubai Trivedi has found out, means he tried to find out for 5 years and he was not able to, then he has given me that job. So I found out from Charak Sanhita this slok and what it means. So this is the story of our Sanskrit slogan. Now this is the first 49, this is a landmark photo, and this photo was lying with the Dr. Satish Vaisa and Dr. Suketubai Trivedi, which physically is with me. And I had given the task to Dr. Suketubai that you write down all 40 names of the first batch, and he has written with memories each and every one, and he has given me within 1 hour only. That is at 93 years of age, he is having that much of sharp memory. So this is the first famous 40. You can see Dr. Suketubai on this, between these 2 lines. And in that, 3 people I know they are living. One is Dr. Suhagini Pandya or Thakkar, that is, she is the mother of Dr. Ketan Thakkar, who is also alumni, she is at Rajkot. One is Dr. Suketu Trivedi and one is Dr. Damodar Nene. All are 93 years old. And this is our lecture hall. Some of the head of the department of the first initial medical college started. Now these are the first four BMC graduate. First four BMC graduate. Suketubhai Trivedi is one of them. Those who are sitting on the first row. These are the four graduates passed out at the first attempt on 1954. And 1951-52, Dr. D. Quadros has started with the executive committee at that time, I think 75 years ago. And these are the first pair of the surgeon. Two surgeons passed out with the first trial with the first batch, means Dr. Girdhar Sandbag and Dr. Suketu Trivedi. Both are on the, one is left side and one is the right side. Now I will tell you some of the things what I got from the living legends of the alumni. Dr. Suketu Trivedi writes, I had the privilege of belonging to the very first batch of the 40 students admitted to this college in 1949. Having won my MBBS in 1954, I had joined the teaching faculty in 1960, continuing always uninterruptedly till 1990. I thus grew and spent nearly all my professional life at the lap of our alma mater, and I was the witness to the progress of the college from span of about 40 years from its very inception. And what he writes, during the first 2 years, only ground floor was the building was usable. We did our anatomy, physiology class, lab work, dissection with construction noise in the background. Even we shared the corridors with the members of troop of the monkeys that was colonized in the unfinished third floor. We had a roaringly enjoyable time both inside and outside the classroom. We almost always excelled in competitive extracurricular activity, winning prestigious trophies at the university. I remember that D. Quadros himself training me for university debating competition. In those early days, more than 1/3 of our classmates were from Karnataka, and about half of those raised in the makeshift hostel in Bungalow, which today houses the Arvindo Memorial. Everyone possessed a bicycle. At that time, bicycle, two rides were not allowed. It was illegal, but still people were coming by bicycle in the two rides, two double savari. We had fewer ladies in our classmate, average 3. In first batch, there were only 3 ladies. He writes and he remembers that even after decades, the thundering words of my teacher, a strangulated hernia is tense, tender and irreducible, still rings in my eyes. He still remembers. Our teacher by and large were undertaking teaching for the first time in their lives, like Dr. D. Quadros took teaching very seriously. Our number being small, personal attention was received, and that was incredible. Our relationship were so close that we will remember our teachers with great. They enter in our own personal life. There is some nostalgic memory, he writes. My classmate and dear friend C.H. Patel had formed a romantic attachment. At that time, romantic attachment was there in 1949 also with our nursing staff, an alliance his father forcefully opposed. So our teacher Thakur Bhai Sahib actively assisted CH to get securely married to great disappointment with his father. And second incident, in other instance, involved me when I appeared from my MS examination, fearing the wrath of the external examiner S.J. Mehta, reputed to refer candidacy for 2 years. I had developed a cold feet and decided to take a drop, buried myself in my bed on the morning on the practical examination. My teacher, Kothari Sahib, see, this Kothari Sahib was very respected. He is a very, very good teacher for even Dr. Jatin Bhai, Dr. Satish Sahib, Dr. PM3, everyone. Kothari Sahib came to my home, dragging me out of my bed, drove me to the examination hall in his care, and he has given the exams. On a personal note, what right? After I shifted to the orthopedic department as a teacher in 1960, my exposure to general body of students became limited. But teaching the postgraduate was the happiest and most satisfying that happened to me. When I retired, 26 fine young men had trained under me. All them remembered and respect me, touching my feet when I met them more than 30 years after I left. I am proud of each one. Even after today, after 30 years of leaving the college and SSG, my students make it point to meet me whenever they come. What more could I ask from my life? Second living legend is Dr. Suhagini Pandya. I think she is going to come at 10 o'clock, but Ketan will bring her. In fact, Baroda Medical College was constituted before our constitution of India. The Latin word alma mater, which remains nourishing mother, is the perfect synonym for our BMC. Shakespeare may claim what's there in a name. I will just cite the example of BMC. What's he write? At the age of ripe 93, being able to walk and talk and ink and think, remember and recollect, eat and drink independently is God's grace. Now getting an opportunity to share my journey with my fellow BMC is the zenith and zen. He writes that Dr. A.N.D. Quarters was a towering personality. First MBBS 2 years, second MBBS 2 years, and third MBBS 1 to 1.5 years. Who were the teachers? Dr. Setna in anatomy, Dr. Malik and Pathak in physiology, Dr. Karandikar in pharmacology, Dr. Mordika in pathology, Dr. Kothari and Manibai general surgery, Dr. Ambegavkar was in medicine, Dr. Thakurbai and Indumati Patel in gynec. There was intake of 40 students, which know that there were 3 girls only. The college has canteen where along with tea and coffee, Sev sir was available. The head clerk in the office was Mr. Divyakant Yagni. He was the first clerk of the Baroda Medical College. And they have played a Mungisri Natak Bhajvitu. MSc played a role of the Mungisri. At that time, 6 monthly fees was 250 rupees. The hostel for girl is the first year in the Pratapganj, and that only 60 rupees. And 40 rupees was the food bill. What's the rise about the nostalgic memory? Jasuben, that is a wife of Dr. Naveen Bhai Parikh, both are expired. Both are very first batch of. I know them. Jasuben, I played table tennis as a double team and even represented university level to win medals, cups and certificates. After almost 40 years, as a nature would have it, my son Ketan and Jasuben's son Miran did their residencyship in orthopedic A unit together under the head of the unit, Dr. Sukhetubhai Trivedi, who is our batchmate from 1949 batch. So this is a very good coincidence. Third legendary is Dr. Nene. Why I am telling you this history? Because their memory is still in my mind when I taken the interview of each and everyone. What Dr. Damodar Nene, this interview was taken 2 years back. Still I have that interview. But now he has got some sort of dementia, so he does not remember well. In 1940, Dr. Nene's medical journey was trying to inter-science to secure admission to Bombay Medical College. At that time, there was no 12th or 11th. Inter-science or prep science was there. What he writes that in 1940, to become a medical graduate, you had a pass to inter-science, which I started in 1947, passed in 1948. And his history is very... I got admission in Bombay Medical College. At that time, it was like a private college, so I was a bit hesitant to join it. I had got telegram from Bombay as my admission letter. I still remember I had bought the train to Bombay, and it was about to leave. Someone from my family came to railway station, told me that, hey, you have got the admission in Baroda Medical College. I was in cloud 9. Just a minute. I literally threw my luggage on platform and jumped off my train. My entry into Baroda Medical was a dream. So what he writes. And his nostalgic memory, during the anatomy dissection, we were told to dissect brain. I was a bit a mischievous student. I took my friend's MR Shah's cadaveric brain and hid in my pocket. At that time, apron's pocket was very long. And people were shouting that he was shouting that I have lost my brain. Please find it. So that was his message. So some of the teachers have now revisiting the beauty of the time of some earlier nostalgic memory. These are the old photos which I have shared with all the alumni group, which I will not give in detail. Now, on an average, since last 75 years, we are getting average 70% result of our alma mater in each final MBBS. These are our old classes. So this is the story behind the medical college song, which Dr. Satish Bhai has narrated very truly with me. Once Dr. Dinu Bhai Patel and Dr. Suresh Bhai Wamin was in the college canteen, Suresh Bhai and Dinu Bhai asked questions to all of that, how can we remember our college? And Dinu Bhai immediately told that, Sada yaad rakhenge. And from that concept, the whole song came, which we are going to play that. But it was hidden for at least 10 years from up till 1960 to 70. Then Dr. Lakshmi Marjadi, who was our alumni from Surat, he has remembered that song and again came in our existence. This is MS Unity song. Now role of honor of deans of some of the deans, like the role of honor as a superintendent of SSG hospital. These are the 28 superintendent. Some of the milestones and achievement of EMC and SSGH. અંડર ગ્રેજ્યુએટ સીટ્સ અત્યારે 250 છે. આપણું ઓડિટોરિયમ છે તે 2000માં થયું છે અને એનું ઇનોગ્રેશન ડૉક્ટર એપીજે અબ્દુલ કલામે કરેલું છે. ઘણી બધી સીટ્સ પોસ્ટ ગ્રેજ્યુએશનમાં પણ વધેલી છે. ધીઝ આર ધ સમ ઓફ ધ માઇલસ્ટોન્સ એન્ડ અચીવમેન્ટ ઓફ અવર medical college. Now, how alumni association was started? I will take 5 minutes more. See, in 1976, alumni word was not present. Only Dr. Satish Shah, fresh from the USA, popularized the term alumni among BMC students, beginning of new connection. And in initial period, there was a meeting, cozy meeting in the canteen. Initial meeting was take place in the college canteen. In 1969, inaugural alumni gathered and first official alumni gather occurred in 1969. There were only 100 people gathered. And in 73, Dr. Gumasa, who was non-alumni, he has drafted first our alumni association draft. Then in 1974, momentous occasion came and our college has completed 25 years. At that time, 250 esteemed alumni gathered at medical main lecture hall, and there is a photo of that also. Then in 1975, there was a lacune, and in 89, again, Dr. Satish Shah was the pioneer and instrumental visionary leadership promotes the announcing of celebrate 1940, that is 1918, 40 years of our Baroda Medical College. And I am witness from that, and since 1989, I am with him. We have conducted more than 7 alumni conferences together, and this is my 8th conference. Now there are some contribution of the dedicated alumni, Dr. Dilip Bhai Desai, Dr. P.S. Shah, Dr. R.B. Bhesania, Yogesh Marpate, Atul Shah, and series of alumni conference. Then we have created 2 world directory also in 189, that was first directory, in 2009, it was second directory. These are the alumni highlights, milestones, which conference on which date, after every 5 years. This is our 8th conference, and this conference is attended by more than 900 alumni. And these are the list of where it was held, how many people. In 1999, there were more than 1400 alumni gathered. And this is our North American alumni chapter of this medical college. And Dr. Madhu Parikh, Dr. Jatin Bhai, Dr. Bharat Barai, Dr. Dilip Bhatt, they were all instrumental to start this North American chapter. And they have a series of started these conferences. And still it is going on. Even they are more doing conferences than us. So this is our first draft. I'll go a little bit fast. First alumni meeting of 1976. These are our legendary alumni. Now, out of our medical college, 3 people have got a Padma Shri. One is Dr. Mahitipati Joshi from Hubli, Dharwad. I think he's present here on the first floor. We welcome you, sir. He is a living legend and instrumental in starting ophthalmic pioneering in Karnataka state. He has got more than 1200 bed of hospitals across Karnataka. And on special request, he came here at the age of 89 years. Second is Dr. V.C. Patel. We cannot forget him. And my best friend, Dr. Subrato Das. He is from my belt. He has got a Padma Shri. Subrato, thank you. Then our logo started from Alumni Association from Medical College. And these are the photographs of this is the pioneering of the BMC, Foundationum Stone in the USA. These are the gathering in Daytona Beach. And USA, Chicago alumni, that Dr. Dilip Bhatt, Dr. Yavai Shah, Bharat Bari were there. Lamp lighting by our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Mrunalai Devi Puar at that time. Even Karnataka state started our conferences and their medical directory. There are more than 600 alumni are there. And even UK people has also started. There are 400 alumni in our UK just now. This is our first directory. Dr. Satish Shah was given in 1990 Mr. Alumnus Award from the whole Baroda Medical College. Then Dr. D.N. Shah started this published book. Not even a span of 5 years, but every year we were writing a newsletter to all the alumni across the world. And in between also, every year we were celebrating Alumni Day every last Sunday of the December in every year, and this hall only. So these are some of the glimpses, nostalgic memory. Dr. Pathak and Dr. James Shah, Sanat Shah, were our teacher, were there. All these teachers, Dr. Jatin Shah has given interview in one of the newspaper at that time. We were called.